What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode in the road to 100 million. Let's take a look at how it has gone. This has been the first full week where I've been making content full time. So what I've been doing is I've actually been reposting every weekday, and then I slack off over the weekend in terms of gold making. I don't spend much time on that. I actually have a lot less time to play during the weekend for obvious reasons, a lot of other stuff going on. So I've been reposting every day, every weekday, auctions, very like clockwork, and then a little bit of reposting on my main realm over the weekend, and that's about it. Let's dive into the numbers. I wasn't gonna do this, but yeah. So the main thing, well, we don't see it right now, because I've spent gold since. But I did actually finally gold cap on Draenor this week. Finally, we hit gold cap on Draenor. And then I promptly spent, well, as you can see right now, 1.1 million or whatever. Down to 8.8. I still have about 500,000 gold lying around on my warlock that I'm going to craft with tomorrow, hopefully. We hit 2 million in sales, a little bit less than last week, which is not perfect. But we did hit gold cap, which is nice. And I'm going to try to restock a little bit more actively, because the last week I spent a good chunk of my time working on Keystone Master and finishing that achievement, and I did. That was very nice to get it out of the way, and now there's not as much I need to do or want to do to keep my warlock up to date. So now I can focus a little bit more on accelerating this challenge, which is nice, which is definitely nice. So other than that, we went up by about 500k this week. We earned gold on almost every realm, but there was not a lot. There was many smaller realms here, where I've gotten sales like maybe one day or whatever. So that's negative. I didn't spend much gold, but I will be spending more gold. I've bought a bunch of battle pets lately, and I'm gonna spend even more money on battle pets, particularly on some of these rounds where I have a good bit of gold. Although I very rarely find too many cheap battle pets on them. But that's what I want to do, because I want to accelerate this even more. I've added just today on many realms, I added 20-30 battle pets more posted per post scan, and that's going to have a huge effect. The material flipping on Ravencrest is working out really well. We're hitting about 20,000-30,000 gold every day in sales from just old world materials. It varies a lot from day to day which materials I sell, but we're selling materials pretty much every day. So that's great. We hit 140k, so a little less than across 5 repos. That's a little bit less than 30,000 gold average. So that's great. We didn't hit as much on Draenor, which is a little bit of I think it's just a sign of the times. We're going to see it trending down with base legendaries, even with me posting and restocking quite a bit more diligently this time around. I think there's still a lot to get out of reposting more often, particularly during peak hours, and particularly focusing more heavily on reposting the ranked 4s. I also do think I sold out on some legendaries a little bit early and didn't want to restock, because I was so focused on finally getting that gold cap screenshot, and now I did. So now we're going to focus more long-term gold increasing. We're also going to add more markets on Draenor that I haven't had the time to dabble in. We're going to more diligently restock 168 gear. We're going to be more diligent in some other items. We probably might even add a separate banker just for the 168 gear, because it takes up so much inventory space. So if I do that on my main banker, I already have too many auctions. So we'll see what we do there. Obviously, battle pets and mounts. I sold a couple of mounts this week. I think both of these big ones are for mounts. I also sold a couple of the 190 BOEs I have. Outside of that, we're just selling, well, a little bit of everything, but mostly battle pets, which, as we know, is just incredibly variable. Down and up and down and up and down and up. The worst realm, Sylvanas, has been consistently terrible for me ever since I stopped playing there as a main realm. So I don't know. At this point, I'm considering stopping my gold making activities on Sylvanas, which would close a chapter. That's the first realm I gold capped on, and now I have 60k there. But I'm getting so little sales. I have 120 auctions. It's not generating any value at all. So I'm considering closing this down and adding another realm of this type of like the newer player low pop realms where I know that battle pets with my approach typically work really well. That's what I'm strongly considering, swapping Sylvanas out for something like that. We might do the same for Twisting Nether, but I just want to keep posting materials there for a while. So we didn't hit the same amount of sales as last week on Twisting Nether, but we are making some gold there. We're reinvesting it into materials that should flip profitably. So I'm not too concerned. On Doomhammer, we bought a lot of battle pets this week, the same on Last Sentinel. Decided to try to spend some of my gold on this French realm. Also going to do the same on the Shatar. We spent a little bit of gold on the Shatar, but it's super hard to find battle pets on the Shatar. There are so few cheap battle pets there. So mostly I just end up getting gold there, and not I just end up making gold there, which is nice. Of course, it's certainly nice. Yeah. If we look at right now, I've just restocked missives and some other lower value items that's going to help fill out my sales. If you look at Draenor for the weekly summary, we're looking at as you can see just here we hit 9.5. It didn't quite record the gold cap here, but we did gold cap on Friday, which was very nice after collecting all of our sales on Wednesday and Thursday. Then we were sitting at 9.5, and now I've transferred a bunch of gold over to my other account. If we include I think this includes the gold I have on my main account as well, where I have about 500k more, so we're sitting at 9.3 or something like that. But yeah, we're still obviously making primarily money with base legendaries. They are bringing in sales still and will continue to, even though as we approach and get more news from the patch 9.1 and PTR, we'll see what we expect to happen with the current set of base legendaries. I do expect big changes to this market, but it all depends on exactly how they do it with the new items in the patch. So at this point, we don't know enough, so I haven't made any videos because there's no point. It's just speculation. It would be fun, I guess. I did talk about it on my podcast, so if you're interested, you can listen to that or watch that here on YouTube, and you'll see what I think and what my speculation is. But mostly, I think the correct thing is to just sit, chill out, wait till we actually know something, and then start preparing accordingly. So yeah, there's really not much to say. We are a little bit better off than last week. Even after heavy reinvestment today, with a bunch of items that will be posted out over the week. I'm crafting I'm crafting a full set of 168 gear again for the first time in a while, as well as some other markets. So we should be racing back, hopefully. Hopefully we can soon be at the point where we sustain at more than 10 million on Draenor, which would be amazing. And then we can really start investing some of this gold into battle pets and other items. Maybe we have time for even more old world markets that I've been neglecting. I have not been doing my Sky Golem transmutes every day, for instance. There's definitely a lot of stuff I can do on Draenor that will help. Although Draenor is currently dominating my sales by about 70%. Which is a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's fine. We can keep going, keep blasting, and we will eventually get there. Even though it's incredibly slow going, this number is barely creeping upwards, which is very, very sad. So we'll see what we can do. If I can find some smart tricks or new markets to enter that will help accelerate this. Ultimately, I do think it's just about increasing the auction house value on these realms and increasing the sale rate on this realm in particular. It's going to be the main ways I can make more gold, and just utilizing my two accounts to the full extent possible. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed this little update. We'll be back next week, so make sure you leave a like, leave a comment if there's something you'd like me to look at. There's something, some more detail you're interested in when we're doing this. Like maybe I should take a look at the sales on one realm every time, and just rotate around, or if there's something particularly interesting I remembered, or if there's something else you want me to show you as part of these, then do let me know, and we'll keep going and keep hunting for that 100 million. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.